everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use a really important resource that you're going to need not only in this class, but throughout your psychology classes. This resource is called psycinfo, and it's how we search for journal articles in psychology. You will have to use this resource to create your research paper, even to do some of your very first laboratory assignments. Sometimes people think that this is a hard resource to use, but what I'm going to show you is that it's actually really easy. As you can see, I have the projector pulled up. The desktop is a little bit off screen, but I'll walk over there and try to show you how it works. The first thing you want to do is go on Google and Google UK Library. So let's go ahead and do that. Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and open that page. So here we are. The next thing I'm going to do is click on the Databases tab. So go ahead and do that. From here, I have to search for the resource, and the resource is called psycinfo. psycinfo. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. And here it is. Cool. So I'm going to click on that. Now, as you can see, I've entered a database. If you're off campus, which I know most of you are, you'll have to do one more step. What you'll have to do is enter in your LinkBlue ID and your password to open up this database. It's password locked because UK has to pay a ton of money to have all these journal articles. Now, what we have up here is search fields, and you just search for what you want. The thing about psycinfo is it's not as smart as Google. You have to use something called Boolean operators. What that means is using things like and, or, not, and especially quotation marks. Okay? When you search for a journal article, if you are just doing an overall search, let's say you have a topic in mind that you want to search. One thing that I can think of that sounds kind of interesting is, do video games make people more aggressive? Now, in Google, you could practically type in that question, but psycinfo is not as smart. So in one field, I'm going to type in one term, video games. And I'm even going to put it in quotation marks because I don't want video this and game that. Okay? In the second field, I'm going to type in aggression, and let's see what we get, okay? Cool, 501 results, that's great. But we don't want all of those, okay? Over here, you can limit what years you want. We don't necessarily want articles that go all the way back to 1985 like what we can see here, so we could limit it to more recent articles if we want. There are other things we can do to limit it as well, but that's the main one that we're interested in. Now, the next step is, how do you open these articles? Say you find one that you're interested in, how do you get it open? So you click right here where it says View Now at UK. Now let me go back. Right here, View Now at UK. Now I know I sound like that's really obvious, but people miss that step a lot. Next, it opens up a new tab. This one's still loading. Slow computer in Castle Hall today. Oh, no full text available. Bummer. That doesn't usually happen. We own a lot of stuff, so let's try the next one. This looks interesting. I clicked on that same link, and this one says full text available from Wiley Online Library. You'll usually see something like this. What you do from there is you just simply click the link, and there you go. Now for me, I like to read the PDFs of articles, and I'd encourage you to too, because it allows you to save the article to your computer, which I'll show you how to do in just a minute. So if I want to get the PDF, I'm going to click where it says PDF, It looks different on lots of different journals, but you can always find it most of the time. So I guess not always, but most of the time. Okay, and then we get a traditional looking journal article. Abstract at the top, 2 columns. This is what a real journal article is supposed to look like. From here, if I want to save it, all I have to do is click Download PDF. Sometimes in different articles, you'll want to float your mouse around the top or the bottom of the screen to get that option. That's a little trick. And that is pretty easy. Now, what if you have to find a specific article to read for class? There's an even faster way to search for those. So let me show you what I do. I'm going to close these tabs, and let's start over our search. Oh, I didn't mean to close psycinfo. Let's get that back up. A good little review. Psycinfo, no H. Cool. Okay. So when we're searching for a specific article for our homework, we'll want to search by author and year. Now, these little drop-down menus that say selected field, when you're just searching more generally, leave it as is. When you're looking for a specific article, what you want to do is type in the first author's last name in the first field. I'm going to type in DeWall, the professor that's doing the lectures in the video. The next thing you want to do is type in the second author's name in the second field. I'm typing in Chester, a guy I know he works with a lot. And what I'm going to do, now this is a crucial step, is change where it says selected field for each of those into author, A-U. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. Sweet. The final thing you have to do is search for the year that you're looking for. Now, I bet money they published something together in, well, 2015. Let's find out. Now, I type in the year in the third field, and then instead of selecting author, I'm going to select publication year. It's all the way at the bottom. Cool. Now let's see. Oh snap, they published a lot of things that year. But see, you just get just a few results and you could easily find what you need. Those are the basics of using psycinfo. I hope you found this helpful. As always, if you have any questions about it, I'm glad to talk to you on my virtual office hours, by appointment virtually, or in person at any other time that I'm available, or through messages. All right, cool.